Okay, I think I gotta start this over. Yeah. So, hey, what's going on, everyone? This is an update to the last videos I've posted about how to practice on bowling. Everybody has their own method, and I have mine, so I'm just sharing that with you. Let's start off with the dots on the lanes. So these dots down here, I consider these dots a reference point. You know, so when you stand up here, you know where you stood when you threw your strike ball. So you want to come back and stand at that same spot, not necessarily here or up there, but you know what's comfortable for you. So you find your range from here to the line. But these dots will let you know whether you stood all the way on the outside or whether you stood on the middle, whether you stood closer, whether you stood farther back. So that's what these dots are for. There's a reference point for where you were standing, where you stand for your strike and for your spares. To go along with these dots, you have arrows. You have arrows down there. Now the arrows are like pointers. You know how you roll your ball, whether you roll a big hook, you roll a curve, you roll a straight ball. Well, your ball is going to go over a certain arrow to hit the head pin. So you want to keep, when you roll, you want to look at that arrow that your ball rolls over when you make it strike or you make it spare. So and you throw at that arrow, whether it's on the outside or whether it's in the middle, or whether you throw a big hook and you start over on that side and then come back over. So the arrows are your pointer. When you hit your arrow, hit your mark, you're supposed to get consistent results. Okay, now on to the practice. So the way I practice my strike ball is that I roll repetitiously at the head pin. I just keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. About 10 times, that's good. And no matter what happens, if I leave a split, the next time I shoot for the head pin. So let's get started. We're gonna do 10 balls trying to make a strike. And practice the strike ball, watching how it goes. So I'm not guaranteeing no 300s. That's not the point here. The point is how to practice doing it. You know, if all of us were perfect, all of us would be shooting 300 games every time. But this is just a practice hitting the pocket. We're not talking about standing, how to stand, how to hold your ball. All that's a different time. This is just how to practice hitting the head pin, and then later on we're going to do the 10 pin, and after that we're going to practice the 7 pin. So let's start with the head pin. Let's get set up here. Okay, hope you can see it. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Okay, just practicing. We're just practicing the head pin, trying to make a strike ball. Hit the head pin. That's a start. Hitting the head pin. If you don't hit the head pin, it would be very difficult to make a strike. This is practicing hitting the head pin. I know I got a 4 pin up there. I'm practicing as if the head pin was up there. that's what's supposed to happen. If I would have made that 4-pin, I would have missed the head pin, more than likely, for the ball that I rolled. I know some of you all had a big coach, halfway, all the way around the world type of balls. I don't roll that kind, but some of you all do. So we're going to keep on doing, practicing, hitting the head pin, making a strike. All right, 5-pin. I'm glad it came up. A lot of times I used to get nervous, get all hypersensitive. Now that's not a word. I would get hypertensive, where I get really nervous because I got the 5-pin. Really, when you get the 5-pin, all that is, you just throw your strike ball. Because if you're consistent with throwing your strike ball, it's going to hit that 5-pin. So focus on doing your strike ball when you get a 5-pin. Yep. Just keep on rolling. Do it about 10 times. You don't have to kill it. You only need a few muscles to develop in your arms and stuff, like your legs. But main thing is to be consistent. Hit the head a little bit too high. You know, watching myself on video, I noticed some things that a lot of you all are seeing. Say that guy's got terrible form. I agree. That has something to do with it. But that's why you practice. Practice, get this stuff, become consistent, become more comfortable with it. So I'm still practicing hitting the head pin as a strike ball. I hit the head pin. Hit the head pin. I'm not worried about making spares. I'm worried about hitting the head pin. So what's that, about 6 balls, six throws, 6 tries. Okay. Do 2 more. You know, this is tiresome too. So if you need to take a break when you practice, take a break. You know, do a little bit at a time. Take a break. Because I think it's Miller time for me right now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I only drink occasionally. I don't drink stuff like this, times like this. But if you need to take a break when you're practicing, take a break. Okay, so that's it for a strike. Just practicing the strike. Your choice of whether you want to practice the 7-pin or the 10-pin. I'm going to practice this 10-pin. So a little side note is you don't have to stand all the way across, but you do what's comfortable for you. I kind of stand more or less in the middle and straighten my ball out. Don't throw such a big curve. Try to make the ball go straight. So you people who roll fairly straight balls, you should be able to make the 10 to 7 with practice. You gotta practice. So here we go. Worked out okay. Worked out okay. You don't have to throw real hard either. You know, keep control. You might want to slow your approach down a little bit, just a little bit. But all that takes practice. That's what it is. Just practice. Choked on that one. But I can redeem myself. I can immediately redeem myself. That's what I should call myself. Practice. Practice. Practice makes better. Now, this is a good time to work on stuff that you might have going on in your head. You know, you're a 180, 190, 200 bowler. You know, you say, well, this is what works for me. But to get to another level, you might want to try some other things. But if you're 180, 190, 200 bowler, keep doing what you're doing. So we're still picking up on practicing the 10-pin.
You just have to re-enter your names and hit the reset button to get a forward round.
tired. Okay, we're working on the 10 pin. Sorry about the hesitation. Oh my goodness, that's a long break, wasn't it? Missing the board by a lot. Back on. Gotta grind it out. Great. I think that's about maybe not. I think so. It feels like it. So now we're gonna shoot 7. For me, I'm still trying to. I'm modifying. I'm straightening the ball out a little bit. I'm moving. For me, I'm a right-hander. I'm gonna move inward. So and throw straight, make the ball hook normally like it does for strike, but I'm not trying to do a strike. I'm trying to make the ball go down past the head pin and hit the 7. I'm not gonna start staying at my strike spot. I'm gonna move over a couple of boards toward the middle and throw straight, and then make the ball go past the head pin, 7 ball, 7 pin. So let's see how that works out. Okay. You know, it's a lot of pressure on me right now, even though I'm practicing. I want to look like I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm gonna tell you this little story that made me come into this idea. This several years ago. I was gambling, had some money on the game, and I was bowling against somebody I could beat. 10th frame, 7 pin, or make, all I need to do is make it, and then get like 4 or 5 pins, I would have beat him. I don't know what I was thinking about, but I missed that 7 pin. It didn't go in the gutter, it went right past it, zipped right past it, and I lost. And I really hated losing to that guy because he was really braggadocious and he just ran his mouth. Oh, he beat me, bad. It really wasn't nothing I could say or do because he did beat me, he took my money. But I hung around and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced that 7 pin. And he wouldn't bowl me anymore. I guess he realized that I had gotten a little bit better. But I wanted my money back, so, you know, you gotta just relax. Practicing helps you relax. You know you can do it. You know you can make it. It's not something impossible you haven't done before. You gotta just focus on what you're doing. What's the objective? The objective is to hit the particular pin that's up there. So right now, our objective, our goal is to make the 7 pin. So I'm gonna focus on that, concentrate on that, concentrate on what I gotta do, and relax and do it. Okay, made it. Still practicing making this 7 pin. That one felt good when it came off. Yeah. That's a little iffy right there. Might have made it, maybe. I might have made it, I might not have made it. That's a little iffy. I was a little iffy on that one. All right, two more. So that's it. That's the practice right there. That's the practice. Practice your strike ball 10 times in a row. Practice making 10 pin or the 7 pin, whichever one you choose first, 10 times in a row. Practice the 7 pin or the 10 pin, whichever you choose, 10 times in a row. And then everything else comes easy. Because if you can make the 10 and 7, just make a minor adjustment, throw a little bit straight, and you're gonna make everything in the middle. So until next week or whenever I can get this stuff edited, I will check with you later. Good luck, good bowling, and I'll see you later. Bye.